Hi guys, today I'm going to be unboxing a new Corgi ship, and this time I have got the Klingon Bird of Prey, which was commanded by Krug, who was played by Christopher Lloyd, the Klingon commander there. And this is to go with my Corgi Enterprise, which I reviewed a little while ago. A little bit of controversy there. Some people weren't too fond of this ship. Some people really liked it. Some people weren't too pleased with the way I reviewed it. Okay, so let's have a look at the box first. And it's really nicely designed. It looks cool, just like the previous one for the Enterprise. Got Klingon writing, sort of shiny and glossy there, with the a schematic of the bird of prey there on the side. It's got the Klingon emblem on the top, and the Klingon writing. Corgi, and let's open it up and have a look. Okay, here's the bird of prey, and it's, as I said, that's the information there on the top, basically telling you about how Admiral Kirk took over this ship and became the HMS Bounty, and what they used it to travel back in time to Earth in Star Trek 4. This one, it looks to me to be clean, doesn't have all the HMS Bounty sprayed on it, so it's a representation of Star Trek 3 as well, so I'm pleased about that. That's the ship I'd like it to be based on. And yeah, looks pretty good. Comes with the stand. Unfortunately, it's a Federation stand and not a Klingon stand. So, and these stands aren't always the easiest to get out of the box. There you go. This one doesn't curve like the previous one. There you go. And I'll pop that on the stand and give you some looks at how what it is like with some better shots. But there you go. That's what it's like on the stand. Pretty cool. If I'm getting stuff wrong, I apologize. I am not the greatest person with knowledge of Star Trek. I try my best. I'm a fan of Star Trek. I love the original series. I love the movies. I like the Next Generation. But my knowledge of Star Trek isn't as great as a few people I know. So I'm a fan, but I wouldn't say casual. I'd say whatever's between a really knowledgeable fan and a casual fan. I'm kind of in between that. My knowledge of Star Wars is better, especially the George Lucas era Star Wars is better than Star Trek. But I do love Star Trek, and especially the movies and the original series movies as well. So it's nice to have something in my collection that represents those films. And that's why I picked this up, hoping they're going to do the Reliant as well. And I'll review that if that ever comes out. So let's get some better shots of this. Okay, so I'll give you the specs because I was told off for not giving the specs last time. The specs on this are: the length is 10.5 centimeters, the height is 5.4 centimeters, and the width is 13 centimeters. As you can see, here's how it looks from the front. It's very clear to see all like sort of the decals and the patterns on it and everything. It's probably not as clear as that in the movie. I suppose in space everything is a little duller. So this is the ship in direct sunlight. If it's not quite accurate to the movie, I apologize. Maybe I've missed that because of my knowledge not being as great, but it looks pretty decent to me. That's the engine there. This goes for £40 in the UK, so it is cheaper than the Enterprises, but it's a smaller model, so that's the price of it. That's probably why it's cheaper. I know some people aren't happy with the pricing on these things. Unfortunately, everything's just costing way much more money now, isn't it? So it is what it is. I would have preferred the stand to have the Klingon design on it at the bottom, but we just got this basic Federation stand, so I'm not a big fan of that. These stands Corgi really do need to improve the stands. They would be better if they're not this cheapy plastic and they were made of metal. You know, it might put the price up a little bit, but I think that would be a big improvement. But the ship itself, I really like. I do really like. The wings are fixed. I think some people will be disappointed with that they'd want the wings to be able to come up and then come down, but they are unfortunately fixed. But I would display it like this anyway. Here is the underneath of the ship. It's pretty detailed, as you can see. And I think for the price, I'm really happy with it. Zoom it there from the back. So overall, I'm fairly happy with this ship. I think it looks good. Maybe a little bit overpriced, and the stand isn't as great as it could have been. But yeah, I like it. I like it, and I think it goes well with the Enterprise that I've got. And it's nice to have something that represents these movies. And I hope you like the review, guys. If it's not as in-depth as you were hoping, I apologise. But I do this for fun, and I do this because I just enjoy sharing this hobby with you. So I hope you enjoyed my review, and I'll catch you later.